Welcome. Welcome to my new YouTube series called Confrontation, where I'll be taking a look at confrontation between police and citizens, and confrontations between citizens and other citizens. We'll also make a determination, I will make a determination if the confrontation was racially motivated or simply just a miscommunication on both parties. Now I'm going to be assigning behavior conduct ratings to each person in the confrontation, sort of similar to when you were in school. These are your behavior conduct ratings. 1. Excellent behavior. 2. Satisfactory behavior. 3. Behavior needs improvement. 4. Behavior is unsatisfactory. 5. SAP, or stupid ass person. Okay, guys, so please enjoy, sit back, and tell me what you think about the first episode of Confrontation.
There is an African American man. I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. And my... I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately.
And I am pressing charges.
Yeah, and illegally selling water without a permit?
I see this black gentleman with these two little white kids, and so I just had a funny feeling. I follow him.
No, I recommend not following him.
Now, I don't know if you guys remember this confrontation. I'm a little late to the party, but this is the confrontation in North Carolina at the Hampton Inn, where this woman, her and her kids were staying at the Hampton Inn, and in her mind, she was racially profiled. So let's take a look at the confrontation, and I will give commentary where necessary.
There seems to be a little bit of issues about what's going on. Do you have a room here?
I do, and I feel it's discrimination.
Where's your room? Discrimination.
It is discrimination. I have a room here, and I told her that.
What's your room?
And I told, no, and let me explain my side to you. She called you, officer, and she called you here. So y'all both here harassing me. Why have my children in the pool? It was other people in the pool. She said nothing to them. Okay?
Where's
my
the
room.
proof you have a room?
Where's my proof?
Yes.
This is my proof.
What room are you in?
Okay? This is my proof. So why do I have to tell you what room I'm in? What did I do wrong? This lady here is discriminating me because that is not true. That is not true. That is not true. That is not true. You asked me what, I don't have to tell you. I have a key to get it, and I can show you that it works. Why do you need to know what room I'm in?
The boss tells me to make sure people are in room.
In the room.
Okay, so this woman, she showed the key card, and I guess in my version of the video, she held up a purple key card that you can't see. But you guys, this video has went viral. You can see the video. But this woman held up a purple key card, and she clearly said, hey, I can show you that this works. But notice that the hotel employee, she completely ignored that information. She ignored it. Okay, she ignored it, and it's almost as if her and even other officers really didn't care about seeing if the key card really worked. Let's continue with the confrontation.
You are...
Let's make this simple. What's your name?
I have a room here. I don't need to give my name. I didn't break the law.
As a matter of fact, right now, since we've been called out here, we've got a certain amount of people we have to do.
I don't have to give my name.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I do not.
You have an identification card or a driver's license?
I don't have to give my name. I don't have to give my identity. I did not break the law. I know the law.
Okay, so the woman said, listen, I don't have to give my name. Well, let's talk about that. Okay, so there is no federal law that requires individuals to carry an ID in 24 states. However, in some states, police may stop an individual and require them to identify themselves if the officer has reasonable suspicion that that individual is involved in a crime. This is known as a stop and identify statute. North Carolina, where this woman is located, is not one of those 24 states. So North Carolina is not a stop and identify statute state. North Carolina does not have a stop and identify statute. This means that if, for example, if you are walking down the street, police cannot stop you and demand to know who you are or to see documentation of your identity. Of course, there are situations when police can require identification. Rarely in a non-stop and statured state.
They run her license plate.
You can do whatever you want. And they're running my license plate. They're running my license plate. I'm here on business with my kids in the pool. You do. You do, because there was other people here and you didn't ask them nothing. You didn't say anything to the man and the lady. You said nothing. You said nothing to them. So it's on.
Okay, so the hotel employee, I was actually on her side, because sometimes hotel employees, they do come and ask you, hey, do you have your key card? Are you a resident here? Okay, if they didn't see you check in or they don't identify, if they haven't seen you around the premises, sometimes they will ask. Okay, but this hotel employee, where she blew it, is that she didn't ask the other people at the pool. She didn't ask these other people at the pool, do you have your ID? Okay? And clearly, this woman had a point. Okay? So why didn't she ask to ID any other person at the pool? Why did she do that? So now, you have to wonder that. Okay, the hotel employee has lost a lot of credibility during this confrontation. Let's continue.
Business. Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I'm here on business. There's nothing she could do. I'm here on business. So they're running my license plate. This officer here told the other officer to run my license plate. Oh, they don't even know who I am. They don't even know who they messing with. Ain't gonna tell me I have to give my identification. I prove that I have a room here with my kids. So because I'm the only black person here in this pool, they want to question me, but it was two Caucasian people sitting right over there, and she said nothing to them.
Okay, and again, I have to reiterate what this woman said. There were two white people that were in the same pool. She said nothing to them. Okay? Now, the hotel employee, her justification for that was, hey, I already saw them check in. But, you can kind of tell, that when she actually answered that question, she kind of had to say that, okay? She kind of had to say it so she could save face, so it didn't seem like that she was racially profiling this woman. Okay, the more that this video begins to play, I'm really starting to believe that, she probably thought that this family, just came to this pool, and she brought her kids to the pool, and she was using the pool unjustifiably, meaning that she was trying to perpetrate like she was in a hotel. It's what this hotel employee probably thought. She thought that this woman was trying to perpetrate in the hotel, but the woman again holds up the purple key card. Okay, she holds it up. She's already said, hey, listen, I will show you that this works. That should have ended the confrontation. But the confrontation begins to escalate.
So she goes and called the police officers. Right. Right. So she calls the police. They're running my name. They're running the car plates. Yeah. Yeah, I need to share this. It was other people here at the pool. I have a key.
And guys, you have to notice, man. You have to notice, okay? Key cards, they're very sensitive, and they can be deactivated when the guest is no longer at the hotel. Okay, key cards, they're time stamped. Okay, they're time stamped. So there's no way that she could have had a key card that didn't work. And the woman asked, she offered, she said, hey, I'll show you that this key card works. Okay, here she is again. She's holding up the key card. She's telling these people again, hey, I have a key card. So this should have ended the confrontation. But of course, that did not end the confrontation.
It was two white people sitting over there. She said nothing to them. Yeah.
I look at this behavior right here between the two officers, okay? These police officers, they are completely ignoring what this woman is saying. They're completely ignoring her and they're having their own conversation. So they pretty much kind of got in their mind what they want to do and how they want to do it. Okay, they've completely ignored this woman. They've ignored the fact that this woman had a key card. They ignored the fact that this woman said that, hey, I can show you that the key card worked. They're just doing their own investigation. This confrontation could have been over, in the first minute. If all they had to do was say, okay, show me that the key card works and we'll be on our way. Let's continue with the confrontation.
Because he wants to know who I am. I have no reason to tell who I am. I proved that I'm here. It was two white people sitting over there. She said nothing to them. She said to me, "Oh, because it's always people like you using the pool unauthorized." Who's people like me? They never asked.
So what does she mean by people like me? By people like her? Well, guys, I'm starting to go now onto the side of, you know what? This is starting to sound like racial profiling. Okay? So what did that hotel employee mean? Now, I'm sure that this hotel employee is going to have a justification for everything that she has said.
Asked me what happened. They just came up to me going by her story. Never asked me anything. He never asked me a single word. He never said anything to me.
Didn't.
And you can look at the look on this officer's face, okay? He's completely disregarding anything that this woman is saying, and it's almost to the point where he's almost like he's got this smug look on his face, as if, okay, I don't really give a damn what you're saying, okay, because whatever you say, I'm just gonna do what I want to do. Wow, policing.
Yes.
He never asked me anything. He never said anything to me, but do I have a room? And I said, yes, I do. And he said, show proof. So I showed him proof. And I said, I can show you my keyword. I'm here on business. So they are harassing me. There's no point of view.
Had quite a few people come up here.
What is the reason?
So now that you proved that,
because it was two white people sitting over there. She said nothing to them, not one thing to them. She came to me and said to me, "Do you have a room here?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, I do." If I would have said no, then that would have been a problem. I said, "Yes, ma'am, I do." What room you in? Why are you asking me what room I am? I'm here with my two children. It's people like you that come here and get in the pool and don't have a room here. Who's people like me? So these two officers come in. The other one is saying thing. This one right here.
Okay, so you can look at this officer, okay? He's really not really interested in really doing anything. He's not even interested in finding out what the truth is. He's not even interested in de-escalating the situation. Actually, this officer, he's escalating the situation. And, it's almost like he kind of finds this, he's getting enjoyment out of this. He's not trying to de-escalate the situation. And, that's a problem that people have with policing, is that the police officers nowadays, they don't tend to de-escalate a situation. This situation could have been de-escalated if the police officer would have shown respect to this lady and actually listened to what she was saying instead of disregarding everything she was saying.
Here automatically tells me that it's not gonna be funny after I call Turner Affairs on you. It's not gonna be funny. Trust him, but I am. And I am. You don't know. You don't trust and believe me. You will hear from me. So now he's telling me to call the chief on him. Please share this video. Now he's being smart, saying call the chief. He's saying call the chief. You don't need to tell me anything. You don't need to educate me at all. Well, who I need to call. Period.
But if I come up here and I have to handle a call, I'm gonna handle it the way I see fit.
He said if he have to handle a call, he gonna handle it the way he see fit. Yeah.
And there's another problem that the public is having with policing, okay? This police officer pretty much said, I'm going to handle this situation the way I see fit. Well, guys, that kind of tells the truth about this whole confrontation. Tells the whole truth, okay? So he didn't see fit to take the key card to see if it worked. He didn't see fit to actually listen to what this woman was saying, okay? And, he's got one of those attitudes where I don't really care what she says, okay? I'm not listening to a damn thing she says. I don't care who she calls. And this is why the public, especially the black public, we're not trusting of the police, and the interactions with police and the public have gone sour because of attitudes like this. And guys like this, in my opinion, they shouldn't even be allowed to wear the badge. Let's continue with the confrontation.
Y'all hear this, right? Yes. Yes. Very racist. Very. Very racist. Very, very racist. Your action does not prove that. You can say whatever you want out your mouth, but your actions don't prove what you just said out your mouth. Because you came here, you didn't even say anything to me. Once I proved I had a room, that was for you to walk away. I did not commit a crime. You are all degrading me like this in front of my kids. They trying to enjoy themselves in the pool. Two white people sitting over there. I was on the phone talking to my mother. Two white people sitting over there. She said nothing to them. She said it's people like you that comes in the pool all the time and don't have a room here. But I have no right to call the cops. I have nothing to say to the cops about that. He didn't ask me nothing.
And you can tell the level of respect that this police officer he has for this citizen. He won't even make consistent eye contact with this woman. Okay? He won't. And this is body language. And guys, me, I understand body language, and I also understand psychology. And this police officer, he's completely shut the conversation down. Okay? He's ready for, his partner to finish, finding the name. And pretty much, he's pretty much done. Again, this police officer, he's escalating the situation. See, we took a simple situation that could have been solved about 10 minutes ago, and now the situation is escalated. The citizen is upset, okay? And, she called him racist. Now, the officer, did he say anything racist? No. But the way he's acting, the disrespect that he's showing, I mean, one could say, you know what? Maybe this woman has a point. Maybe she has a point. Let's continue with the confrontation.
Nothing. All he want to know is that, do I have a room? Yeah. He running her place, or he running her place. I don't care. He still don't know who I am. And won't know. I ain't break a crime. He ain't gonna know who I am. Yeah, come out. Come on. Come out the pool. Come out the pool. I'm in Williamston. In a racist place. Come on. She's the racist right here.
So
right here.
My boss said she's not allowed to not tell us her name or room number, and she's having the general manager come over.
You call whoever you want. Come on.
So what do you want to happen?
He asked her what did he want. What did he want to happen? I'm gonna stay on live.
I just wanted to make sure everyone was in the pool, supposed to be in the pool.
I understand.
Yeah. She said she want to make sure she know whatever. I don't even know. They're racist. Come on.
Okay, so basically, and I kind of laugh at this. I laugh at this confrontation because the police officer still, he will not acknowledge this woman, but he immediately goes over to the hotel employee and says, "Hey, what do you want to happen? What do you want to happen?" Huh? What if she would have said, "I want her arrested for trespassing"? How do you think this situation would have ended up? Do you think the police officer who's got poor de-escalation skills, do you think that he would have de-escalated this situation? Do you think the situation could have resulted in injury? What do you want to happen? Wow. And just when you thought policing couldn't get any worse.
That's my understanding that
Come on, son.
Is this car registered?
Come on.
What? I know I've seen his shirt. I saw him leaving earlier. And she was
Yeah, exactly. You was out here smoking a cigarette. Thank you. Fine. Fine. Exactly.
Busted. Smoking a cigarette on the job. Wow.
Exactly. Now he want to know is the car registered here. It don't matter. You sick. It don't matter. Be quiet. I want you to be quiet. Don't go in here. He's a racist ass. That's what I said. He's a racist ass. She said, people, because it's people like you. She said it's people like you that comes to the pool that's not authorized. Who's people like me? Black people? Very racist. And he asked her, what does she want her to, why are you walking? Let's go. What do he want her to do? Ain't nothing she could do. I didn't break the law.
Okay. I want y'all to see something. I want y'all to really, really, really see something here, okay? Did y'all see that? Y'all see what the hotel employee just did? What she did was she hurried up and she stuck her key card into the door. Now, she saw that this woman was coming to use her key card. She hurried up and stuck her key card in the door. Now, I tell you, why would she do that? Because had this woman been allowed to stick that key card into the door, this right here, the whole confrontation would have been one big fat debunk. And this woman would have looked as stupid as she did when she came down to confront these people about being in the pool. Let's continue with the confrontation.
Come on. I didn't break the law at all. Here on business.
I was just asking to make sure that everyone that's in there, I've had complaints.
Ma'am, I would not like to speak to you. Ma'am, I do not want to, please. My kids is already stressed out. I don't want to talk to you. Goodbye. Get out my face.
I will be having this gentleman.
I don't care who you have. You just better get out my face.
Okay, so this part of the video, I'm going to start talking about behavior conduct. To the woman, don't know her name, but to the woman, I gave her behavior conduct an excellent. I liked the way that she actually kept her composure. Okay, she didn't get belligerent. She didn't get loud. She didn't get unruly. She just asserted her rights. And I liked the way, too, that this woman knew her rights, okay? She knew that she didn't have to identify herself. She knew exactly that you don't have to identify yourself. So, she kept her composure. She knew her rights. And she asserted her rights. And she did it peacefully. Okay? So I give her behavior conduct an excellent. Okay. To the hotel employee, I gave her behavior conduct an unsatisfactory. The reason being is that, this woman, she could have just, merely asked the woman, hey, you know what? I need I need to see your key card. And she also could have asked the other people the same thing. Could you prove that you're a guest here? And merely, this confrontation would have never been if she just would have allowed the woman to actually go and show her that the key card is hers, that it works. She didn't do that. She completely ignored that. She ignored that information. She ignored everything. And also, too, she gets an unsatisfactory because as the woman was coming back into the building, this hotel employee, what she does is that she hurry ups and she runs and she opens the door. Okay, now she did this to keep that woman from actually using her card. Because if she would have used her card, then this would have debunked everything. And it would have made her look like a complete dumbass. It would have made her look like the dumbass that she already is. Okay? Because that woman would have been able to show, hey, I am a guest at this hotel. So I give her an unsatisfactory, okay? I don't want to call her a sap. Okay? because she was trying to, part of it, she was trying to explain what she was doing. But where she lost me at, okay, where she lost me at is that she didn't ask the other guests. And I still want to know, what did she mean by you people? What does she mean by you people? You people are always coming here. What does she mean? I'm with that woman. I want to know, what does she mean by you people? So her behavior conduct isn't unsatisfactory. Okay, so my behavior conduct rating for the officer that went to check the license plate, I gave him a needs improvement. And the reason why I gave him a need improvement, it's not the worst that you can have, but he didn't do anything to escalate the situation. He was very professional, but he didn't do anything to help de-escalate the situation. And he didn't do anything. He didn't stop his partner. He heard his partner, escalating the situation even further. He didn't really try to investigate. He just wanted to get a name. And I felt like he was just going to get a name to figure out, if this woman was a problem. Or, it's like he wasn't really truly at the bottom of finding out what was going on. Okay, that wasn't his MO. That wasn't his mindset. Okay, and he was professional. He's very professional. He wasn't rude. He wasn't disrespectful. And when the woman was talking to him, he did make eye contact and he acknowledged her. But, that's about it. That's about it. Okay, he did nothing to check this lady. He did, and, he was also standing there when she said, hey, I can show you that the key card works. But he didn't say anything, okay? Neither him, the hotel lady, or his partner said anything about checking to see if the key card worked. A little bit of de-escalation goes a long way, okay? And I've said that plenty of times in this video. But it goes a long way because you can take a situation that's completely just, like out of hand, and you can make that situation into a situation where it's livable for both the citizen and the police. Okay, and he didn't say anything. He didn't question this. He didn't question this woman. He didn't question the hotel lady. He did nothing. He didn't ask anything. He didn't tell her, well, can she just show you that it works? I mean, he didn't really do anything to help the situation. He didn't do anything to make the situation worse. So he gets his behavior conduct. He needs improvement. And of course, for this officer right here, he gets a behavior conduct of a sap, a stupid ass person. The reason why he gets a SAP is because he continued to escalate the situation. Okay, he escalated the situation to a point where the woman, she basically, this woman began to lose. She started to get frustrated. And this officer, he was actually mocking the situation. And then when he told her, hey, I'll do this the way I want to do it, I'll run this how I want to run it. Well, I mean, that kind of severed the lines of communication. Okay? And it's just certain things during a stressful situation as a police officer that you shouldn't say. And that was something that de-escalated the situation. And, yes, it sounded, borderline like, okay, well, you're going to do what I say. You're going to do what I say. And I don't have to listen to you. And, throughout the video, the majority of the time, this is one of the rare times that he's making eye contact with this particular woman. He's making eye contact with her. But, for most of the time, the guy wouldn't even make eye contact with her. Okay, he wouldn't look at her. She was talking to him, and he was turning his head away. He had no real concern for the problem. And I think this officer was a big part of the problem. So this guy is a big old sap, a big stupid-ass person. And could we say it was borderline racist? Yeah, he didn't say anything racist. But, man, his body language and his actions, yeah, it comes off as a bit racist. Okay? And this is the problem that people are having with the police. This is the problem that they're having. The police, they don't have any respect for citizens. And a lot of times, they don't have respect for black citizens. But the police, they think that they're gods. And this guy had a serious God complex. He thought that he didn't have to answer any questions. He thought that he can pretty much talk to her anyway. And he talked down to this woman. And it was very condescending. And so, it made her feel as if that, well, what I'm saying don't even matter. So, why the hell should I even try to respect you? So my final summary for this confrontation is racial profiling. I believe it was racial profiling based on some of the evidence. Number one, when the hotel employee came and she asked, you people, when she said you people, okay? She said you people, is people like you that always try to get into this hotel, or people, she said that, you people like you. Okay, second, the hotel employee, she said nothing to the white patrons that was at the pool as well. She said nothing to them. She came directly to the black woman and actually began to question and harass and interrogate the black woman. Okay, the police officer, this police officer that you see on the screen, okay, he just showed there was a lack of respect, a lack of empathy, and he was very condescending, and he talked down to this particular lady. He talked down to her, and he would not even acknowledge her. He wouldn't look at her, and when he did look at her, he was actually, escalating the situation, and he got a kick out of it. So my opinion in this whole case, in this whole situation, is racial profiling. Okay, guys, this is the end of my first confrontation video. Tell me what you think, guys, and I'm done.
There is an African American man. I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. And my... I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately.
And I am pressing charges.
Yeah, and illegally selling water without a permit?
I see this black gentleman with these two little white kids, and so I just had a funny feeling. I follow him.
No, I recommend not following him.